Correfoc es una tradición española, bueno, catalana más bien, que ocurre cada año en verano. Es una tradición muy ancestral y significa correr ante el fuego.
En donde corre la gente con fuego en las manos, en la boca, y luego tienen como formas de demonios y salen fuegos artificiales.
Y toda una serie de personas que llevan unos tridentes y van disfrazados de diablos, porque esto se remonta al baile de diablos medieval.
So it takes place in the villages in Catalonia, up and down the coast. I don't think it happens inland, but I certainly know in this part of Spain, in the Maresma, and it always happens in the summer. So it happens in June, July, when the days are long, and last night it started, we had one last night, it started at around 10 o'clock, and it takes about an hour for them to walk through the town, walk a little bit, run a little bit, stop, relight the fireworks until they get down to the main square.
The Correfoc takes place in towns or villages. Sometimes it's quite a fiesta because it involves going around the whole town with people carrying fire and sometimes fireworks at the very end of it.
And as you watch them coming down, you see sprays of sparks going everywhere, and the people who are following dressed up as devils, and they're all wearing protective clothing, and it's a very unique experience.
I would say it's very dangerous, but I mean, people normally take precautions and actually protect their faces and everything. But you can never know where the sparkle would light somebody's hair and cause some damage.
People in Spain don't really think of it as a fun thing to do with the family, but I think it's quite dangerous, especially if you have small kids and they run around underneath the fire and everything.
I don't think you could get away with it in Britain, for instance, where they're more strict about fire hazards.
Potentially it could be dangerous because there's fire, so fire is always dangerous. But there are always ambulance people, fire brigade, policemen roundabout. And the people who take part, their experience, they do this every year. So they do wear protective clothing, so they wear hats, they wear gloves, they wear goggles, they tend to wear fireproof hoodies, and quite often they douse themselves with water beforehand so that it's damp, so the danger is reduced to a minimum. I suppose it's dangerous for the audience because the sparks are flying everywhere, but people tend to stay out of the way, and there's a slight element of risk, which is part of the fun, but I think generally it's pretty safe.
My favorite part is the very end. The finale tends to be fireworks, and it can be a very lavish and extravagant quarter of an hour show of fireworks, or it could be just a few firecrackers and sparkles.
I think my favourite part of the Correfoc is the sound and the image. So they're always accompanied by drummers, so the drummers are drumming behind, and it gives this aura of something special happening as they walk through the streets. And then there's the sense of danger, although it's not really dangerous, and you feel like getting a bit closer, but then you run back a bit. And some people in some villages, they actually run through the streets. And then of course there's the final explosion of sound, which is probably one of the best bits, when everything goes berserk at the end.
So I prefer to watch the Correfoc behind the scenes instead of actually being underneath it. But it's quite an interesting thing to see, and especially very impressive with the fire and the colors and everything.
This year we tried to film it with my daughter, and it was a total disaster because we were both in hysterics over it, so in hysterical fear. So we thought we were recording, and we weren't recording just our noises and nothing else. But it was fun. We watched it in a very small town and on a very narrow street, so frightening.